It's another Let's Play show! I can 100% guarantee you that that intro is more deluxe than what this show deserves to be. Alright, whatever, let's get into it. Wow, I never thought I'd be doing this again, but here we are. Hi everyone, it's Jacob welcoming you to the first episode of Jacob's Gaming Weekend. So, for those of you who don't know what this is, neither do I, really. I mean, I guess you know it's the Sly collection because, well, it says it there on the screen. But, I just decided I wanted to get back into, playing some games. I haven't played games in a while. Just felt like it's time to do it, and, figured, might as well give this to Nick in case he wants it, and it's coming out on the weekends now. He didn't really... I'm making that schedule thing now. There you go, Nick. If you put this out, your weekends are solid. You know what you're doing. So I figured I'd start this experience off, this new gaming weekend show, by playing one of my favorite PlayStation 2 games, Sly Cooper and the Phoevius Raccoonus. I actually really like the entire Sly franchise, I guess you would say, though I haven't played... I've only played a little bit of 3, and I haven't played 4 at all. But the first 2 games, I think, are classics for the PS2. And I guess what this is really going to be is just, I'll play through. What else is it going to be, you lunatic? I screwed it up already. That's got to be the easiest trophy ever earned. Is just, hey, you played our game. Thank you. So, the thing with Sly Cooper 1 is that I think it's the weakest of the original games. Okay, well...
Sly! Come in! Sly! Do you read me?
They really wanted to get right off the bat with Bentley being pretty obnoxious, I think. You don't have your character's first opening lines be Sly! Sly! Like, if you're not trying to intentionally annoy your audience right off the bat. Also, I've never quite understood why the Sly Cooper characters, their home base is in France, it seems, but they speak American English.
Get over it, Bentley. You're safe in the van.
And don't forget you got me at the wheel, Sly!
What's that about? Jeez. What's with these trophies? Like, oh, I got a coin. That's spectacular. I always found it cool that the credits are presented as if this was like the opening of a film or a TV show. Yeah, as some of you probably know, I'm playing this on the PS3 remaster, I guess you would call it, the HD version. I actually like the Sly Cooper collection. I think it's pretty good for what it is, but there's one problem I have with this game, in particular of Sly 1, that became far worse with the PS3 version, but I won't talk about that now. I'll discuss it when we get to it. Murray is just Murray.
Way to go, Sly! This is where Inspector Carmelita Fox stashes all her important files.
In a giant safe that you can easily get in her office from all the open windows.
Try dialing in 937.
Okay, 937. Thwack! There's like no stealth to this first one. Fuck's a lady! White bell into down! Okay.
You foolish raccoon. I've caught you red-handed.
Ah, Carmelita. I haven't seen you since I gave you the slip in Bombay.
Bombay.
You need to return the Firestone of India to its rightful owners.
Ah, and I was gonna give it to you as a little token of my... Hey, that bazooka really brings out the color of your eyes.
Okay, I get what he's trying to do, but, like, that didn't sound subtle at all. It just sounded like you cut yourself off mid-sentence, but not in that sort of, like, dramatically good way, in a more, like, oh, I don't know where I'm going with this, hey! And now, oh, boy, well, you almost caught me, but you gotta work harder than that with your electro gun. You know, it's one of those things where I remember being a kid, like at 7 years old, and seeing my friends play this game and thinking that that was the most...
You can't escape me, raccoon!
Well, slurs. Hey, Carmelita. Well, we're no name-calling here, okay? How dare you? You can't escape. Like, let's calm that down right now. I like how they remastered everything, but then the cutscenes are still in 4x3. And literally all they would have had to do is just... Here, I'll fix it. Verp, there, it's fixed. Now, this 16:9 video is in actual 16:9 and not in 16:9 cropped from 4x3. Like, okay, yeah, the picture is gonna be a little bit blurrier, but like, come on. If the intent of the cutscene was to be in 16:9, and then you've remastered the rest of the game to be in 16:9, I say just go all the way.
My father fought to protect us, but the gang of villains known as the Fiendish Five overpowered him and ransacked our house.
And took his pipe, apparently.
The thievius raccoonus. Our family's manual of thieving greatness fell into their filthy hands. They tore the book into 5 pieces and split it up.
5 filthy pieces from their filthy hands. Seriously, they didn't wash at all. Like, one of them used the bathroom, and I definitely noticed them not washing their hands as they walked out. I didn't hear a sink, did you?
Genius and strategist supreme, Ed Murray, part-time driver and full-time burden. Together we pledged to track down the Fiendish Five, avenge my father, and steal...
I always thought that the audio on these early cutscenes is really weird. It's almost as if it's like running faster than it should be. Because Sly's voice is really high-pitched.
...for me, or fail and allow my family name to bite the dust.
I don't know what's in my future, but I won't let it be a repeat of my past.
That was a nice piece of work back there.
0%. But look at the drama. Look at the tension.
The road trip gave me the time I needed to study up on Sir Raleigh the Frog. As a young man, this hot-tempered frog grew bored of his life of luxury and privilege. On a whim, he tried his hand at a bit of piracy and found it to his liking.
Oh, it's so hard to be rich. If only I had the excitement of just, you know, being a pirate. You are a pirate!
The last reported sighting of this mad machinist was off the soggy coast of the Isle o' Wrath, a small island uncomfortably situated in the middle of the perilous Welsh Triangle.
The Welsh Triangle? Is that a thing that people discuss? Okay, so quick little update here. So, apparently, there is such a thing known as the Welsh Triangle. Hopefully that gets into focus. So, apparently the Welsh Triangle is a thing that actually does exist and people do talk about. I didn't think there was, but apparently it is real. But from what I'm seeing here, it's mainly UFOs, not ships. It's not a weather pattern like the Bermuda Triangle is. It's just like a place where people thought they saw some UFOs. It doesn't really fit into the whole like Raleigh thing. And even that, if I'm looking here at the Welsh Triangle, it doesn't look like there's any islands in it. It looks more like it's a landmass than a little group of islands. So yeah, I would say that's a little bit inaccurate. Oh my god! A stealthy approach. Okay. So let's just run in! Let's just do it! Let's just go for it. What is this camera?
Fortunately for you, I launched these signal repeaters throughout Raleigh's fortress. Get close to one, and I can checkpoint your progress.
Nice.
Okay, so fascinating thing there that I just noticed. He said that he launched all these, like, signal stuff that when you see them will have Sly's logo on them. If you look at the concept videos for like the first Sly back when they were first making it, the original checkpoint system were these like giant Sly Cooper floor mats, and I think the developers thought like, well, why do the villains have this if they're supposed to be, you know, there? You see these now, they're just like, they've got Sly's symbol on them and they take his picture, but Bentley, I guess, dropped him off from wherever.
According to my amphibio positioning system, that big blimp is where Raleigh is hiding out.
You know, that blimp looks more like a machine than a hideout.
You're right.
Technically, all blimps are machines. I mean, it's not a... like, by its very nature, a blimp is a machine, you know. They have the ability to explode just like any other. Boom. Hey, smack. Also, like, his attack is just that he's spitting fire from his teeth. That has to hurt. I'm just saying, I don't care how many fire eaters do it every day, you know. Is that part of a balanced diet, eating fire? How many 9 out of 10 doctors do you think are recommending people eat fire more often? I think it's a high possibility. You never know. I'm ignoring the tutorials because I know this game a lot. So, I should probably tell the story as to why I decided to pick this one as the first game to play on the gaming weekend. I'm more a fan of Sly 2 than I am of Sly 1, but one time, a couple of years ago, I was in Florida for the holidays because my mother hates cold weather and hates snow in particular, and did not really have any interest in spending another like holiday season cooped up in a cold, snowy woodland area. And so she wanted to be someplace else. So we ended up, her sister had this home in an apartment in Florida. And I don't believe it was in Miami. It was one of the other many places. And we went down there, and it was 50 degrees, which to Floridians could have been, like, I guess, freezing cold. But for us was just, like, spring weather. But even that, still, 50 degrees, you know, we were expecting it to be, like, 70 or 60 or, you know, summertime stuff. And we couldn't really do much because everything was closed up. So we ended up spending the majority, my family, we ended up spending the majority of that, like, week-long vacation to Florida in the apartment. Because we weren't in, like, one of the big, you know, cities. We weren't in, like, Miami or anything. And we weren't even close to Disney World because it wasn't Orlando either. So oops, I almost missed a vault. So we ended up spending the whole week there, and I brought along my PlayStation 2 with me, and the only 2 games I really brought with me were Sly 1 and Sly 2. And the funny thing about it to me is that I beat Sly 1. I just played that incessantly. I had Sly 2, but like that same weekend I was listening all over John Lennon's solo records because I had just gotten, that was 2010 this was, and his records had just all been re-released on CD, so I was like marathoning his solo albums, and I just ended up like that vacation to me I will always remember as that was the holiday where, you know, I pretty much spent the entire time just binge playing Sly 2 and listening over John Lennon's Mind Games incessantly. But I ended up playing this game so often and so repeatedly that I got to a point where I could just beat it all in like 2 hours. And I don't know, like I'm not gonna try to be completing everything like I did back then, but you know, I'm still gonna be trying to breeze through this, I guess you would say. Thanks, Bentley. You told us how to double jump. Fantastic. Well, I'm gonna call it off here. before we get into too deep into the Raleigh level. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, click the bell if you want to know when these videos and Nick's regular videos are coming out and you want to get notified. Smash that like button. And I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.